here we go. We have Zionist Francesca Florentini shilling for Jimmy Carter. By the way, Francesca Florentini is married to Matt Lieb. Also, Francesca Florentini is half Chinese, and China is the second largest trading partner of the Zionist entity. Okay?
Holding the entire world in your hands.
So let's take a listen to see what she has to say, and then we'll call out her propaganda.
With just one click, unlock 360-degree aerial views of any place on Earth. Feel like a pilot and...
Guys, let's talk about Jimmy Carter. What do we know about Jimmy Carter? Anyone? Anyone? Class? Me either.
He's kind of like, it's ironic that he's kind of the prototype for like modern Democrats, which is like funny because he famously got his ass, like was a one-term president and then got his ass kicked. And ever since that happened, they've just been duplicating sort of his style.
So here's the thing. She's shilling for Jimmy Carter. This is crazy. And the fact that she's working with she's married to Matt Lieb, who's a Zionist. She has ties to Aida Rodriguez, James Fritz, and Chloe Hilliard. She fucking promotes marijuana on her channel. Like, these are red flags. You will never see me promote marijuana on my channel, and you will never see me sell out to the Zionists.
In office of just sort of like anti-labor deregulation, like interventionist foreign policy. It really does.
Jimmy Carter was also interventionist. By the way, this is who Francesca Florentini is. Her mom is Chinese. Her mom's Chinese. And then she sold out to the Young Turks. And she's married to Zionist Matt Lieb. And again, China is the second largest trading partner of the Zionist entity. So are we really going to trust the Chinese to speak honestly on Palestine? I don't think so. I don't think so.
He really seems like a guy who got out of office and then spent the rest of his life kind of trying to make up for what he did while he was president.
Yes. So, as we all know, former President Jimmy Carter, 39th president, one-term president, just passed at the age of 100. And to Will's point, he really did a lot more out of office than in office.
Did he do a lot more out of office? I mean, he did more Zionist normalization. So let's talk about the Camp David Accords. Jimmy Carter literally forced Egypt to normalize the Zionist entity. Look, there's Jimmy Carter, there's Anwar Sadat, and there's Menachem Begin. Right? And this is from Imad Harab. Sadly, he's a think tanker. He's the director of research and analysis at the Arab Center in DC. On December 29, terrorist Jimmy Carter passed away at age 100. He, as the 39th president of the United States and as a private citizen, Carter was an advocate for Zionist normalization. Sworn in as president in 1977, Carter was given the opportunity by Egyptian President Anwar Sadat to be architect of the first normalization deal between an Arab country and the Zionist entity. He helped Sadat and Zionist terrorist Menachem Begin conclude the 1978 Camp David Accords and negotiate the 1979 Egypt Zionist entity normalization talks. And so as the past four decades have shown, neither the Accords nor the treaties led to Palestinian liberation. And the legacy of the Camp David Accords, well, you have the Zionist normalization of Morocco, the UAE, Bahrain, Sudan, Jordan. So there's, again, the father of Zionist normalization is Jimmy Carter, right? So the Camp David Accords were the first and foremost a roadmap towards Egyptian normalization of the Zionist entity. Again, this article is it's not going as hard as it should So yeah. And then there's the Madrid Normalization Conference, right? And there's the Abraham Accords, which was set in motion by Camp David. And then in 2020, Trump forced the Emirates, Bahrain, Morocco, and Sudan to normalize the Zionist entity in 2020. Right? So there you go. And then there was even after he was president, Jimmy Carter was a shill for Zionist normalization. Jimmy Carter condemned Palestinian resistance. Right? Jimmy Carter promoted Zionist normalization. Jimmy Carter was a two-stater. Jimmy Carter did not understand Palestine. Jimmy Carter was a Zionist subversive. Again, Francesca Florentini is Chinese. She's half Chinese. Do we really trust the Chinese, the country that's the second largest trading partner of the Zionist entity, to tell the truth about Palestine? Do we really trust that? I don't think so, right? So that's why you can't trust Francesca Florentini. She's married to a Zionist, Matt Lieb. She is a Zionist. So yeah, you can't trust her. Now she's shilling for Jimmy Carter. So there you go.